Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Crest, where we focus on fundamentals for directional bias and technicals for entry. Now, last week was a beautiful week because of the GBP NZD trade NZD card setup we had, and this week we're still focused on some of what we had last week, since we swing trade most of the time. Looking at these new months, the first thing we have this week, we have the ISM PMI, this core CPI from the euro, the ISM from the USD, which the market is pricing in this guy to come down, the CPI to come down, and that will be some form of weakness for the euro for Monday. Then retail sales for Aussie and their minutes of meeting. Then we have the Governor Ueda's speech on Tuesday. We have CPI for the Swiss, GDP for Aussie. On Wednesday, we have ADP change, which is not really important for me. We have the RBN Governor or speaking. We have the beige book for the USD. That's what the the Federal Reserve uses. We have unemployment rate on the Swiss next week, Thursday. We have the Euro Summit, which is not really much of importance. Then this is what we are looking out for. The interest rates for the euro, and the market is pricing in that they're going to be cutting the interest rate on Thursday. But here we have a problem, which is employment data for the CAD and the USD. Which for the CAD, the market is pricing in that the data will be a little bit bad, and for the USD, the market is pricing in the data to be a little bit better, and unemployment rates are the same. The average hourly earnings coming down, and NFP is still good. But if we recall, 2 weeks ago we had Trump trying to fire, I think, 10,000 workers. Also, we have about 1,000 to 2,000, between 1,000 to 2,000 employees from this national nuclear security. We have the EPA, which currently exceeds about 15,000 workers. We have the USAID, nearly about 4,000, with plans to eliminate approximately 1,600 positions. So definitely I'm looking at the NFP coming out bad. Okay, so with this we already have the glimpse of what we are to be expecting from the NFP. So we are expecting the NFP to turn out not too good, to turn out a little bit bad. So Powell will also be giving speech just about 4 hours after the NFP. Which what I do see is that this euro is going to be weak, and dollar, I'm looking at the dollar neutral. If that's a neutral case, then I'm looking at dollar coming down. If dollar is this is a doji on the Dixie. Looking at it from a weekly time frame, what do we have? This is a bullish candle that's reacting from this wonderful demand, I would say, or which is not the my kind of demand, which I'm still expecting the dollar to come to this demand. So if we look at this from the daily time frame, what do we have? We have this as potentially a higher high. This is a higher low, of course, and then we have this internal structure which was broken down. So this is a change in structure. We have this supply that was reacted on, and for this reason, for this reason, I'm expecting the market to hold. This is a beautiful supply, so I'm expecting this market to come here, react there, or somehow take this out as supply. Take that out as supply, but still drop. Why? Because this is our lower low, this is our lower high. So this got broken. So if this is a break of structure, might see something like this before a drop. So what I'm expecting is a breakdown to the downside. But if I'm bearish on the euro, the dollar, I'm neutral on it. Even with the 10-year yield on the dollar, what I'm seeing here is weakness to the downside. If you look at it from a monthly time frame, this guy is coming to the downside. Look at the 2-year yield, the dollar is going to the downside. So for that, I'm just focused on that. Now I'm focused on the euro weakness, focused on the CAD weakness, I'm focused on the Aussie and NZD weakness. The pound is kind of strong, the yen is kind of strong. So those are the two pairs I'm focused on. My attention is really there. So if you're looking at the euro weakness, if we say we are looking at euro weakness, can we expect the euro to be this bearish? Looking at this, nothing is there on the monthly time frame. This is the range, lower low, lower high, but I'm expecting the euro to tap at this demand which I've marked here. So potentially there might be a drop here before going all the way up to that end. And looking at the euro JPY, so this is what I'm focused on. On the monthly time frame, what we do see is the previous candle, say like bearish hammer. We're looking at the weekly time frame. What do we have? Do we have a doji? This is a doji, and the candle, the structure is to the downside. Looking at it from a daily time frame, what I do have is this. Okay, what I do have is this market structure, which is not too clean for me per se. So what I have is this lower low, lower high, this is a lower low, this is a lower high. So we're expecting continuation. So the only thing that I'm going to do is I'll be waiting. If I'm not taking a risk, I'll be waiting for the candle to drop heavily, then pull back. Then this would be some form of supply. Then I would love to short it. Looking at the euro Swiss, it's not my kind of setup. I just don't like it. So it played out some time ago, but it did not continue higher because of euro weakness. Looking at the pound strength, if you look at the pound Aussie, this was a beautiful trade and we've been riding this guy. Looking at it from a monthly time frame, what we do have is previous monthly candle is a bullish, massively bullish candle. So we look at it from a daily time frame. We don't have our clean daily demand, weekly candle, so we're looking at H4 demand. So this would be a good area to short. We also have our pound card, which on the monthly time frame we have a monthly candle. So price is heading towards the supply, wonderful supply that was rejected at first. So what I'm expecting is that I'm expecting the market to take this guy off, take this point off as liquidity. So the price here, we still have about 100 and so pips to take out that area. So the previous weekly candle, as we can see, is this. Looking at it from a 4 hours time frame, we don't have a clean demand. So this was already rejected. So should the market come back, I might look to buy this to the upside. That's for pound card, looking to take the price all the way higher on the weekly time frame. Alright, so this is a GBP NZD. Let me clear everything. What we do have also is from the monthly time frame, we have this market going all the way up to this point. So we have some about 250 pips to that point on the monthly time frame. Yes. So looking at this, there's a weekly. So what we do have on the 4 hours is we'll be expecting the market to pull back. This is the supply area or demand area, and this is also a demand area. So but I would love the second one. This would be a better zone for me, an interesting zone to take the price higher. That would be an interesting zone for me, looking at it from the daily time frame. Alright, so this would be good, but if the market comes here I would still look out for opportunity here. I'll still look out for opportunity at that end. And GBP USD, which we've spoken about. Looking at this market, looking at it from a monthly time frame, we're bullish on this market structure. This is a bearish leg. This is a lower low, this is a lower high, this is a lower low. So this is a bullish leg on the monthly, and we have a weekly time frame, which we have our higher high, higher low. So this is our higher high, higher low, a higher high. This is a higher low. We're looking forward to a higher high. So I'm assuming that this market is going this way. Looking at it from a weekly time frame, this we don't have any imbalance until this point. This is where we have our imbalance. This is the imbalance we have. It's kind of small imbalance. So the only demand relating to that imbalance is just below that, which if we look at it from a daily time frame is just this point. So this is where I'll be looking out for longs on the GBP USD. That's due to the fact that I'm preparing for a weak NFP. But if it's going to be strong, then this zone is not going to be held. Regardless, I'll be looking to long this guy. Looking at NZD card, both are weak pairs, but which is weaker? And NZD card is quite interesting. Looking at it from the monthly time frame and all the way to the 4 hours. So this was my setup last week. Very fantastic setup. You could take confirmations just somewhere when the market gets all the way up there, but I'm looking more at NZD Swiss. Why? Because on the monthly time frame, the Swiss is weak, of course, but the NZD is just the weakest on the board. Looking at this, we have the previous monthly candle. For me, market structure on the weekly is fantastic here. So we have this internal daily market structure. So what we do have is this. I'm expecting this guy to continue lower. So if we go to your D1 time frame, we have our D1 supply. So I'm expecting the market to come down here, up here, and then we can look to short this. So this will be my setup for next week. NU should look something similar. NJ also looks good. That's just what this was what I was expecting, but then I saw a short somewhere here. Gold, of course, I'm looking at gold weakness just for the short term, but the reasons why I'm short on gold, it's just technical. It's technical. It's fundamentally bullish. There is an imbalance here, and there is an imbalance at this 2726 area. So there is a breakout structure on the lower time frame, which might just be liquidity grab, but I'm looking out for gold shots up in this area to this point that it never mitigated. So I'm still waiting for gold to head down yet. It should be very good amount of pips. So we'll be looking at about 1,600 pips. Let's do have a safe trading week.